De Niro and DiCaprio? What? De Niro, DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Scorsese? This movie never happened.
No.
This movie never occurred.
The
Audition, 2015. KFC Radio is presented by Stacker2. Loud, aggressive, and straight out of the Attitude Era, Stacker2 is the OG in the energy and supplement space. As the OG podcast at Barstool, I always appreciate OGs in any industry, and Stacker2 were the first to market. They were the heavy hitters in the energy and vitamin supplement game, and they're still doing the damn thing in 2023 with their Stacker2 chew gummies and their Stacker2 B12 energy shots. The chew gummies have more caffeine than other gummies while being small in size and price. They look like the little pink Starburst, and I like that. Stacker2 chew gummies and energy shots are designed to give you maximum energy while still tasting amazing. The Stacker2 B12 10,000% energy shot provides 10,000% of the recommended daily value of vitamin B12. Stacker2 chew energy gummies are a bite-sized burst of delicious energy that help you take on whatever comes your way. Bite back with this stack. Head over to Stacker2.com or head over to Dollar General, where you can find all your favorite Stacker2 products, including the energy gummies and the B12 shots. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. It's your boy KFC, your boy Feitelberg, back with another edition. Do we have an interview today, or are we flying solo? Sam J on the show, one of our favorite comics.
Sam's the fucking best.
Sam is a gangster for sure, so she'll be at the back end. Of course, we'll do our voicemails. I got a good Am I the Asshole? I'm sure John has something from the deep, dark depths of his brain or his stomach or his asshole or something. I saw the Slop bucket this weekend.
What'd you think of it?
I mean, it's not the most visually appealing, but I'm sure it tasted great.
It's fine.
Like everything else in the world. I mean, listen, your stomach's a slop bucket. You mix all the food up in there anyway. What's the difference?
I had my friend Cam tweet me back, and she was like, so you have to warn people before you put this on a timeline. I was like, this is a particularly good version of
I was
slop
going to
bucket.
say, that
so
looked
you know.
like PG-13. I've seen you do some NC-17 shit.
Broccoli and fucking beef, dude.
I've seen you get kinky
bolognese.
with the slop box. Shit is crazy, man.
Speaking of the slop bucket, this morning I got on the train, and I'll be honest, I've had the toots, but it's whatever. And
someone said to me, like, he's gonna be farting all day next to you tomorrow, and I was like,
bro,
all day. We do this show together. We do the next show together. We're gonna be on Rundown together. Probably. I'm just gonna hear and listen to your fart and smell your farts for the next 6 hours.
That's
straight.
got nothing to do with that.
That's the dairy.
Bro, I ordered $170 last night of food. But I actually don't order that much food anymore. I cook like most of my food. Something's happening with Seamless.
They are jacking prices.
It's crazy.
Did you get like surf and turf?
I got 3 small pizzas.
Those are probably like $21 each.
It did that total up. I got 3 small pizzas and an appetizer of meatballs, and that was $110. And then I got insomnia cookies later in the night, and that was $50.
How many insomnia cookies?
6.
6 cookies is $50.
And 2 milks. Yeah.
That something is going on.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not tipping like a fucking?
They only give you the little milks too.
Yeah.
So I got 2 of those, and also the vanilla flavored stuff. That's not milk, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Vanilla
flavored almond milk. It's just because it's white.
Yeah.
No.
It's like vanilla flavor. Comes in like the little fucking cartoons on it. I'm not trying.
Fuck you.
By the way, one of them they accidentally gave me strawberry milk, so that sucked.
Dude,
but whatever.
That is something I got a beef with strawberry milk.
Garbage.
Who? And why? Who created that? Yeah. Who was like, you know what's good? Milk. And then somebody, a fucking genius, said, let's throw some chocolate in there and change the game forever. And then some other asshole said, let's make it strawberry.
Yeah.
You know what that was? Chocolate milk was a dude. Strawberry milk was a chick. No doubt. Some dumb chick said we need it to be strawberry.
Bro, I don't know. I think I can picture the kids who drank strawberry milk in school. All guys, all pedophiles. Like, you ever see a kid? like they were pedophiles as children. Yeah. like this kid's fucking disgusting. I don't know what your deep, dark secrets are, dude, but like all the kids who drank strawberry milk are in.
You know what it is? Sure. It's the marketing. Like, if you gave me a strawberry smoothie, I'd be like, that's good. But when you call it strawberry milk, I start to get grossed out.
Strawberry is one of those artificial flavors that doesn't translate. I love strawberries. But no, I love strawberries and bananas. Are arguably two of my favorite fruits. I do not like the flavors of either of them.
The only strawberry milk I like is with Atlanta Roads, if you know what I'm talking about, man. I'll never forget that, dude. Just in a tub full of milk with strawberries and rubber duckies doing weird things. That's when I became a man.
Porn takes you to an interesting place. But anyway, I was on the train today, and this woman came and sat down next to me and gave me like a look of like, you fucking stink, you disgusting animal.
You do. You are.
The entire row across from me was a homeless man sleeping. And I was like, it's not me, dude. Like it's crazy to get on this and assume it's me.
Are we not going to talk about this as a huge red flag that there can be a pile of homeless human and someone looks at you and goes, it's that guy?
Like, what? I mean, I was wearing exactly what I'm wearing right now.
You're giving slop bucket.
What the
You're giving slop bucket.
Like, it didn't possibly cross your mind that it could be that guy. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you.
He was you. You were funny.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't. But he was a well put together homeless guy. Like, there was a chance you were like,
chic.
That guy's like, it was just a white tee, black sweatpants, and Jordans. So it was like, that guy could just be like taking
He's
a
just
nap.
tired, yeah.
But it's the fact that it was the full
bench. The only guys
fake
who do
Jordans
that are
really fake Jordans,
yeah.
But.
The only people who are you can be dead tired, you can be drunk, you can be crazy. You don't take up a full row unless you are like, this is my home.
Right.
You are in my living room.
There is nothing you can do to me.
To make me move. Yeah, like this is it, guys. Leave me alone. There's just, same thing like when you see whenever you see a empty train car, you're like, oh, I got lucky. No, you didn't.
No, yeah.
That is filled with piss. And you will take one step on and one step off because it will smell like the bottom of a toilet.
It's crazy.
But there has to be some part of you going, maybe they thought I was homeless.
I don't think so, man. I think I'm looking fine today.
I would too, but also if someone mistook you for the homeless guy, the proof's in the pudding, John.
She just like, maybe she just didn't like me. I don't know, but I was like, you gotta be like, you can't give me a stink eye when we're sitting directly across the aisle from a homeless man.
You just got that punchable face. People say that about me all the time.
Really?
That I have a hateable face and a punchable face, and it's really, when you think about it, just the meanest thing you can say.
Yeah.
Just like the general look of you and your altogether disposition forces me to think about violence and anger. Great, man.
Actually, that reminds me, I have been doing something this weekend, and
oh boy,
I've been watching Will Ferrell movies. Let me tell you, that guy is funny.
Breaking news.
Bro.
Will Ferrell in the early 2000s. That was a run. That's a take.
I was watching Anchorman 2. I think I only saw it once, and I was like, this is pretty good. But there's a scene where Jack Lime, our boy, James Marsden, is like, he's like, it's something about your face. I just want to fucking punch it. And he's like trying to change it. He's like, there's only so many faces I got. But I watched Anchorman 2 twice this weekend. I watched Anchorman 1. I watched the other guys. I was just...
That's crazy behavior.
I was dying, dude. I was like...
Anchorman 2 twice?
Yeah.
Is weird.
Bro, I watched Anchorman 2 twice, and I watched Seven Psychopaths twice this weekend.
Like, you watched it on Saturday and Sunday, or you watched them back to back?
Like, no, like in the morning. Like, I watched it, and I then woke up and put it back on.
You watched it fully through?
Yeah.
And then put it back on and watched it fully through again?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I fell asleep in the middle, let me start in the middle again.
No. Seven Psychopaths, no. Both no. Seven Psychopaths, I was like, I'm getting tired, so I stopped watching on the couch and went to bed.
Okay.
And then, but I finished it. I ended up staying up. So finished it.
You need BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp.com/KFC. Watching two of the same movies, particularly those movies, doing the morning and then noon and night doubleheader is crazy.
It is a little nuts. Owen texted me because I tweeted about Seven Psychopaths Saturday morning, and Owen texted me something else about it, and I was like, dude, it's so good. I'm starting it again right now. He didn't reply, but.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I don't want to have to tell my friend he's depressed.
It's just, it's funny, man. I actually tweeted it, and I don't think it's crazy. I think Colin Farrell and Martin McDonagh are a better duo than DiCaprio. And I actually went so far as to look up, like, obviously it's with personal preferences we're thinking about, but like the three highest rated DiCaprio Scorsese movies are Departed, Wolf of Wall Street, Aviator. And I think
that's so weird.
Huh?
I think that The Departed and Wolf of Wall Street are like the topics are just kind of like generic.
I think that
I'm surprised those are the ones that like won the Oscars and get all the acclaim.
I think those two are. I don't think they won Oscars.
Didn't he win for Wolf of Wall Street?
Maybe he won for that. Martin Scorsese only has one Oscar.
Right, for what?
Was
The
it
Departed,
was
right?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't
thought
think
that's
so.
what it was. And because I remember being like, it's a mobster movie and it's a good one. I really like it, but it's like out of all the shit these guys have done,
that's what I was thinking with. I would give the rewatchability and like the comfort watch
The
or whatever.
Departed, Best Director.
That would be okay.
He was nominated for The Irishman and Wolf of Wall Street and Hugo and The Aviator and Gangs of New York.
He had 17 nominations and one. That's his only win.
To me, I think that like Gangs of New York.
Yeah, Gangs of New York's better.
Goodfellas
better.
I don't know this movie, but Raging Bull is like, they talk about that being like this amazing picture. And
He's actually. I started
What's
this morning.
Hugo?
I didn't finish it. I don't know that one.
one.
I started this morning. I didn't finish it, but he's the cover story. He's like the expose in GQ this month that I started reading. It's very good. But
I feel like I think people regard The Departed as almost like a makeup call, like we got to give it to him before it's too late.
Yeah.
But
like
that
the
and then
Leo.
And then Leo, yeah. So but people talk about Wolf of Wall. Maybe they didn't win with Wolf of Wall Street, but they talk about that one. It's like they did these, period pieces and these like covering like Howard Hughes and these like mercurial, interesting historical figures, and then like the mob movie and like the Playboy spending money movie is like, I don't know. It seems weird to me that's what people maybe that's actually. That's what people like, like it's almost like that is.
I actually do
the way it should be, but
with those movies, I do with what Scorsese does with Marvel, where Scorsese's like, I think he said it's not cinema or something like that.
Yes,
and
which is true, but it's also like you got to stick up your ass.
When I watch the McDonough-Farrell movies, I'm like, that was a movie.
That was Phil.
That was a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like that had like that was like between In Bruges. Banshees and Seven Psychopaths. I'm like, that's a fucking movie. And those three they're good. Like I don't have a problem with them. They're very good. But I'm not like, whoa, that was like.
I could pick three.
I'm not like the writing was incrable. The cinematography was incredible. I'm like, that was good. I had fun in those 2 hours.
Yeah.
I actually watched Wolf of Wall Street. I think I saw it. I know I saw it in theaters and I liked it. But I was probably, and then I think it came on Netflix recently. I watched it again. I liked it a lot. I liked it better.
You know what the word is? It's like depth.
Yeah.
It's like Jordan Belfort is like, he's a fucking billionaire, drug addict, womanizer.
Right. It's
it's
very Marvel movie like.
Yeah.
It's like here's
what those
pieces,
should have been.
There they are.
When they had that,
which is good. Like I don't have a problem with that. It's just like
right. Well, that's Like I actually usually am arguing the other way. And when the Oscars had that one category for 5 minutes that was like supposed to be like. Just like most enjoyable movie of the year.
Yeah.
It should win that. But like best picture, best director, best actor should have been to all the other shit that they did.
And even like Banshees, like I wouldn't even know if I'd say it's deep. It's just like
well done.
The script is incredible. The writing's so good. Like at the end of the day, it's kind of just a story
actually
about,
surface level.
It's just like a story about two guys.
Yeah, it's just guy.
There is like you could do like these two brothers fighting for no reason, and the Irish Civil War is happening. But
but that is almost like. There's so much going on in Wolf of Wall Street and The Departed. Bam, 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 double cross. Like that's what that movie relies upon. Whereas this movie relies upon like the acting or the the dialogue and the like gravity because it is just like a guy being like, why won't you hang out with me? So that's where I think it's like anybody can paint a masterpiece with like a whole bunch of fun, wacky, wild shit going on, but. You're depressed. Don't get me off topic here. Can't watch two of the same movies in one day.
It is, but yeah, like it's obviously it's a personally. I'm not going to argue, but like those three movies from Colin Farrell and Martin McDonagh are I like. I would say the best one of them is In Bruges, and I'd say the best is The Departed of those three for Scorsese. I like In Bruges better. I would say Banshees is 2. I would say Wolf of Wall Street's 2. I like Banshees better. I would say Seven Psychopaths 3, Aviators 3. I like Seven Psychopaths better.
What is? Let's see, collaboration chart for these two: Gangs of New York, Aviator, Departed, Shutter Island, Wolf of Wall Street, The Audition.
Okay, I forgot about
movie.
Gangs of New York. So Gangs of New York, I would say is 1. Then I still like In Bruges better, but like Gangs of New York and In Bruce can go toe to toe all day. They're two great movies.
Shutter Island's a funny one that people.
I
love,
like. People don't like Shutter Island. I like Shutter Island.
I think it's a little bit of a cult classic.
Yeah, is it?
Maybe that's not the right term. It's not, but like people who like it really like
yeah,
it.
Yeah, I like Shutter Island.
Yeah, I mean it's just a cool. What's the Audition? It's
I don't know.
2015. De Niro and DiCaprio? What? De Niro, DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Scorsese? This movie never happened.
No.
This movie never occurred.
In
The Audition, 2015. Written by Terrence Winter, directed by Martin Scorsese, it stars Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio playing fictionalized versions of themselves who travel through Asia and compete against each other for a potential role in Scorsese's next film. Brad Pitt also plays a fictionalized version of himself, makes a cameo appearance. This movie never happened.
That really couldn't have been.
Oh wait, okay. Running time 16 minutes. This is like a short film.
Okay, yeah.
I was about to be terrified. I was about to be like, I have dementia. Like, if there was a movie with those four guys that I didn't know existed, I would shut this down right now and go to the doctor and be like, Doc, something's wrong with my brain. I can't ever play The Dozen again. Can't play The Dozen if I don't know about this movie.
They got to stop.
Okay, a comedy short. Because I was about to say this movie sounds like it sucks, so that's why it was trash. But okay, yeah. But this is nuts, dude. The budget to make this was $70 million.
What?
That's just like, I mean, it couldn't have made a dime. Yeah, gross, $0. It made no money. It just says $0. It's gonna cost $70 million.
You want to have fun for 16 minutes? Run us about $70 million.
They made an episode of Out of Order for $70 million. That is awesome. Marty said to the fucking, execs, like, hey, me and the fellas want to like clown around this year. Give us 70 mil.
Pabs was telling me that some YouTube comment was like talking about how much we spend per episode, and they think we spend $60,000 per episode on Out of Order.
Yo, that's the highest compliment anyone can pay. Like a compliment. Like, yo, the budget must be like $60,000. Or like a hater being like,
it was. I think it was a hater, to be honest. But it was like
all the better.
It was. They work at some studio, and they were like breaking down what stuff costs, and they were like, it probably costs them like $40,000 to $60,000 to make this movie, playing these shows.
If that isn't truly the greatest compliment of all time. That
Paz was like loving it.
I mean, that dude.
I think total we've spent $500.
Yeah,
like
for real.
in the 7 months.
Yeah, listen, like there's salaries involved.
Yeah.
Like break down producer salaries by the hour or something. But like that is, someone can look at your second job, your passion project. And be like, that's a $50,000 production, and it's zero
per month.
Per month, dude. How could you even be a big enough fan to watch and comment and know Barstool and think that that's $50,000?
Yeah, just cut 50, 60 grand.
I mean,
a month.
But I also at the same time don't blame them, because if I knew nothing. I mean, I don't know anything about budgets, but if you just showed me that and said, "Do you think this costs a lot of money or a little money?" I would say it costs money.
Yeah,
because it looks that fucking good. What is it? We just have good cameras or something? And then
I don't know. Paz is a student of the game now. Paz is always like watching, studying stuff. I don't know what he does.
Yo, that's the way to go. It really is. And like, you gotta combine it with a little bit of talent. He just has talent and an eye for it. But like, you can just bootstrap this shit and like teach yourself, watch YouTubes, read. Listen to podcasts about this shit and like just do it. And then when you have the talent, you go to like a high level. But you can go from zero to like proficient, and you can go from proficient to fucking baller if you just do the try. Just put in a little bit of effort. It's.
I always say like I love how we were like on the same page pretty much with editing when he first came in. And then all of a sudden I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know when that happened. I don't know when he took the fucking time to, but we're clearly not on the same page. Like, should I just practice? Should I start making the KFC Radio episodes like a big full feature for that?
Everybody has their strengths. You're more on the mic, and he's more behind the camera, Jackie.
I'm totally fine with it. I'm happy for him. Like, he's killing it.
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
Yeah, no, I would have said that too at some point. It's like Jackie and Paz and Jackie. Like,
yeah.
And I don't know if Jackie's ready to produce an episode of Out of Order. I don't know about that.
Absolutely.
I also this weekend I have two things. One, I learned maybe the greatest fun fact of all time.
Ooh.
It was in Nate's Power Rankings last week. I've done no research on this, so after I say it, we'll check it out.
Okay.
Do you know that Ken Griffey Jr. is second all-time in hits for left-handed outfielders born in Donora, Pennsylvania on November 21st?
Is it Barry Bonds?
No. Stan Musial.
Stan Musial. What the fuck?
I'm going to look it up now. I wanted to say it with full confidence.
That is bizarre.
That's a crazy thing, right?
That's the stuff that makes me think there's, I don't know, time travel or glitches in the Matrix and shit.
All right, so he's got Stan Musial's 3,630 career hits. Born November 21st, Donora, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure
3,630.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Griffey doesn't have that many, so I'm sure he's second to Musial in hits. It's more about whether it's birthday in his town. What town is it?
Donora, Pennsylvania.
I thought he was from Cincinnati.
Maybe it's Ken Griffey Sr.
That would be.
No, it's Ken Griffey Jr. Born November 21st, Donora, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is like there's something in the water in Donora, Pennsylvania or some shit. Wow.
That's like KB was talking about it recently. The Algonquin, Pennsylvania, which is like a very small town that where like 5 legendary football players are from.
That kind of stuff, I guess. Sometimes it's like it's a program or something like that. Like I can understand where.
But no, it spans like generations.
Okay.
Like, and the only reason I know. Is because the only reason I found out about it, I can't tell you. I think there were like 5. I can only tell you 2. It is Darrell Revis and Ty Law are from there. But I remember before the Falcons Super Bowl. What Super Bowl did Darrell Revis win? I think it was Falcons. Was it? No. It was Seahawks. Before the Seahawks Super Bowl. What's his name? It was like a local Boston guy, and they were doing the pregame talk and stuff like that. And Ty Law was like, "That's my cousin, dude, whatever." And later he was like, "So you guys are relatives? What's that like?" And Ty Law was like, "No, like we're not. I'm just talking like my cuz. Like it's like it was a real like
so
like
funny.
Sonny like and you guys are actual brothers or
That's great.
Yeah, it was very
We're the
funny.
worst. We're so awkward as a people.
But they are from the same hometown too, so I guess like
Yeah.
it stood to reason. But the
That's funny. So you're related. No, we're not.
Cuz, you know what I mean?
Gametime is the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, created by fans for fans. Gametime is the ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. I'm sure Arrowhead was a sellout, but could you imagine if there was tickets available?
Yeah.
Like just loan tickets here and there. Swifties would have paid $50K to get in that building just to catch a glimpse of Taylor Swift up in the booth.
I used it to go to Radio City recently. I saw Ben Schwartz, Ben Schwartz and Friends. If you've seen Middleditch and Schwartz, I saw the Improv live show. It was awesome. It was really, really sick. It's crazy to watch. But got you in the building. I also never been to Radio City. That was my first time at Radio City, I think.
You know what I went to at Radio City? Avicii.
Really?
At Radio City.
What?
That was when I remember saying, EDM has completely jumped the shark.
Yeah.
Because we all went, and you have a seat.
Yeah.
It's like, you're at a rave. You can't, rave with you have a seat, So people still dress like assholes, and people were still, fooling around in the aisle and stuff, but it was fucking Avicii at Radio City.
That's crazy.
I was like, this is nuts. What are we doing here? So whether it's, music or sports or comedy, any sort of live entertainment, Gametime makes it all possible. They have the best and biggest last-minute price drops with their technology. They also get you in the building into seats that you never thought you could afford. Also, if you can find a better price, they will match it with 110% of the price that you can find elsewhere. And they have flash deals, so you put your notifications on. And the best thing, I think, is that it just takes 2 clicks and 10 seconds to buy tickets, and then you can just text the tickets to your friends. You don't have to have them open an app or use a QR code or any of that stuff. It just gets passed along right to them. Skip the hassle and enjoy the moment. Go to gametime.com or download the Gametime app. Enter your email and redeem code KFC for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
But the other thing that's been weighing on my mind, because I've talked about it with a lot of people this weekend, is the Hassan Minhaj stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hassan.
And I've been explaining it to people, and most people have the same response.
I'm a crazy person. I'm like screaming it at people.
Like,
did you know? Do you know he's lying?
But I think it's almost he's lucky that they were all successful, the specials, but like not
overly
widely seen.
Yeah.
So like I was talking to my aunt about it, and she was like, I was supposed to believe that his baby got anthrax. I was like, if you watch it, yes. Because she just read it in the article.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, if you saw it, yes. It's not told as a joke. It's not a bang bang. It's not a punchline.
Right.
Like, she was like, oh, I guess that is different. Like, a little different.
There it is.
I
think this is the most confused I've ever been about content in my life. I would say 99% hit rate what my response is going to be.
Yeah.
Like I know there's, forget about just like personal hate, like that aside, whether people like me or hate me, whatever. The like response of agree or disagree, I could give you like the percentage breakdown, and I bet you I would nail it every time. And like I said, I was afraid. I was like, this is shitty by Hassan, but like I don't want to ruin him.
Yeah.
Not only did it not ruin, it was just the total opposite. I was like, wait, what? Did I like say something wrong? Did I upload the wrong video? What is going on here? The fact that in this world, like, so politicized, like shit like that. Like if you lie about racism and terrorism,
Yeah.
that's like the LeBron James thing and the NASCAR thing. Like those were huge. And this one just nobody cares.
It is very weird. But in talking about it, when I was anxious talking about it because I know everyone thinks I lie about stories.
Yeah.
So I've done some serious self-reflection this weekend. And I think I'm the fucking biggest truth teller of all time.
I
like I get awkward people talking about because I'm like almost like thinking about what other people are thinking, and I was like, where are things made up? And I think I came up with 3. And I came
like
up
where in like your
like,
heart,
like
your mind, your soul, sort
where
of
are
thing?
emotional truths
Okay.
in storytelling.
Oh, I love this.
In my stories that I've told.
I love this.
And I think I have 3. One is in the E. coli story, when I say my mom didn't come in the ambulance with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what she did. I know there was another time she didn't come in the ambulance with me. I don't remember what she did that time. It would stand to reason that she just doesn't come in ambulances because she didn't the other times.
She's not an ambulance girl. Yeah.
I don't exactly remember what she did that time. 2 was in the story when in Vermont, when I'm like hitchhiking and all this stuff. I talk about how when I'm like on a payphone and a car pulls up and I'm like, someone got killed here recently, and I like freak out. All that happened on my mind wasn't the person who got killed. I wasn't like, oh no, someone got killed. I was like, this car is fucking weird. What the fuck? Later, I was like, it's probably a good tidbit that a woman was just killed here.
Yeah.
That happened
in that
too.
moment. It was,
right?
Right.
In that moment, I was just like, why is this car here with the headlights on me?
Right.
I wasn't like, a girl got killed here recently. The St. Michael Slayer might be after me.
Yeah.
That wasn't something that was
But
actively on my mind.
After the fact, it makes the story better, yeah.
And 3, if you find the saddest for the boys guy, I'll give him all the fucking money. I've always said, if anyone fucking tracks down that guy, I'll give him every penny we made from Saturdays for the Boys. Keep that same energy when we find him.
Dude, you are. I guess it's like when we yell like do research, and then we always say like no, I don't expect people to do research, you know. And if you are just like a casual listener or come across an episode for the first time or a video or something, some of those fucking stories are wild.
Yeah,
and I can understand people being like, that's not true. I don't know. And then just leave it at that, But if you're like a real listener or even like a real hater and have like just watched the way you live and watched everything unfold, it's like fact is stranger than fiction, man.
It
like,
was. I was like
you.
very intense talking about it last time because I was like, I know what everyone thinks.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm gonna like think of when I exaggerated.
But the
or
fact
lied,
that you
like,
can just like pinpoint it is almost like proof positive that you know what I mean. If you asked me to like what's your I couldn't even think of times. 'Cause I don't even have these stories or anything like that. But
and then when I fucking thought of the I was like those are fucking like she didn't come in ambulances with me. I'm pretty sure she didn't that time either. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure she didn't come in the ambulance that time either.
I mean, and again, those are not lies that like. Really
It's not. It wasn't a lie. Like it's just I don't remember what she did in the
I'm
ambulance.
saying,
She usually didn't come in the ambulance.
But even if that's not like a material lie that changes anything. You know what I mean?
I went to the hospital enough times that I remember she didn't come in ambulances. I don't remember what she did that time. Most of the time, she didn't come in the ambulance.
She was just like, I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
I just don't want to ride in the back of this thing.
I remember when I was telling a story years ago, and it was like my sister's birthday, and we were partying on Martha's Vineyard, and we had like rented we got like a dance floor in my parents' backyard, and we were doing karaoke and partying all night. And like one of my sister's friends' husbands was like doing karaoke. Like someone called the cops on us, but the cops took so long to get there that like the party had ended.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And I forget what song he was singing, but when the cops showed up, it was just him in the backyard singing. It might have been Rocket Man or something like that, alone on the dance floor. And like the cops were like, what the fuck is happening? Who called the cops? What is going on right now? And my sister was telling that story to another one of her friends on FaceTime. And her friend's husband came in and was like, that's not true. You stole that story from KFC Radio. And she was like, no, that's my brother. We were at the same party.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, that's true?
So that moment and the cop at our show was like, it was like the end of Big Fish. You know, when all, like, you see Big Fish?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a great movie. It's about father-son relationship, and it's, I think it's Brian Cox. Or no, the other one who looks like him. Who acts and talks like him. I always get the two mixed up. Anyway, his whole life told these like tall tales, and his son is Billy Crudup, and he's like, I wish you would just like tell me the truth and like blah blah blah.
This movie's ringing a bell.
And then when he's dying, at his funeral, like all of the characters from his
yes,
life show up, and he's, realizing that it was true, or at least told in truth or whatever. When those two stories happened, I was like, it's all true. Also,
the cop one was crazy. It was like, my dad's the cop that woke you up. I was like, oh shit, we got the Vermont, the Montpelier.
It's up there somewhere. Yep, we kept that one because that's not only that's evidence.
Shout out to Montpelier PD.
Yeah, there you go. That. Well, also, I never doubted it ever. Like, because I know people who do that type shit, and it's like you can smell it on them right away.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me this guy who does nothing else for clout actively works against his own clout and like stardom and fame and attention and all of that other shit, but this is where he decides to just be completely fake and phony. Like, okay, guys. But yeah, I remember those moments. I felt like vindicated. Fucking cop is here.
I was walking.
The FaceTime
home.
one's even better because that's just like you're a liar, and then it's like you
still have KFC
usual
Radio.
Suspects
no,
moment.
it's
They
my
start connecting
brother.
the dots. Like, oh my god, it's all real.
But I was walking home. I went to Ben Schwartz Saturday.
Wait,
night.
by the way, a crazy thing to do to call out your friends. Your wife's friend on FaceTime. Even if you were right, you're a fucking liar. Wow.
That's Feitelberg's story from KFC Radio. You know me. My name is Feitelberg.
Yeah. Right.
But
That's a fake story.
I was taking the subway home and I was like thinking about it and I was like, wait, I fucking never do this.
Yeah.
Fuck yes,
Yeah, no.
dude. I like got excited about it because again, I don't know if you could tell, but I was like, yeah, like pussyfooting success. I was like, I know what everyone thinks.
I was pussyfooting around just because it's like I don't like to.
I was pussyfooting around for both reasons.
Yeah, like we don't usually. I don't ever care to like specifically take someone down. Usually, like, if someone is going down and those are the facts of the matter, we'll talk about it, but I'm the only one fucking talking about it. So I feel like I'm at the center of it. And at the end of the day, it's just I don't think he or I are a big enough deal to be that big of news, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought he was a bigger deal. I think he's all but got the Daily Show. I think if it was like already happening, maybe it would be bigger. Maybe when he does, it will come out. I don't know. We'll see. I keep saying, I don't know if I've said it on. I don't know if have we had an episode since that episode?
I don't think so.
Because okay, if you didn't see it, like Hassan was lying about a bunch of the stories in his special, and all the it's got to be one of the all-time PR spins. Whatever PR company came up with that is truly worth their money because it fucking worked. Like we'll just put comedian embellishes as the headline. We'll make it all about the rules of comedy rather than the facts of the matter. And everybody just went, yeah, that's duh. And if they like called their shot, if they're like, listen, no one's gonna watch the special, read the article, just gonna read the headline, you'll be fine. That's exactly fucking what happened. But if you are the host of the Daily Show and you make your bones by trying to trap people and roast people and catch them in compromising positions and press them because you're smarter and wittier than them in an interview, and they can always just fall back on anthrax lies and racism lies and terrorism lies, it's going to be very hard for you to do that job in that manner. You can do your job and whatever, but if you're going to be the, like, Jon Stewart, like,
I don't know
guy,
if this show is so much that anymore. Like, I've never seen a
Trevor
clip.
Noah eviscerates.
Yeah,
I've seen him do, like, just opinionated opining that's passionate about, but like I haven't seen like Jon Stewart used to like catch motherfuckers in lies and grill them and all that stuff. If you do that, like, because anybody who's going on ready to do a little bit of battle is going to do an ounce of research and be like, oh, this guy has no credibility. We're good, So it depends on what the Daily Show, what Comedy Central wants the Daily Show to be. They're on life support, so I think they just want it to be like, you're a star with a bunch of fans. Like, okay, maybe you have a couple skeletons, but like we need your fan base and we just need the attention. So you're on the morning show. You're a good looking guy. You've got a huge fan base behind you. Like, let's do it. But if you want it to be like credible, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one to give up. But if there's anything else we've learned, it also doesn't matter.
No,
he could come out and be like, "This is all true. I lied," and it doesn't fucking matter because that's just when the internet, like, you have like the initial wave of opinion is just, it's like first impression. It's just, that's it. And like some people will learn the truth along the way and maybe switch over, but like I think once that reputation is made, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
And unless it's like, I don't know, something fucking crazy. You need like physical DNA evidence in a case to overturn or something like that. Otherwise, people just already made up their minds. So you got away with it, you son of a bitch. Hassan. I'm not doing Hassan anymore. I don't know why I find it so hard to say Hassan. Because I go Hassan Minhaj, but it's still Minaj, right? So it's Hassan Minhaj.
I say Minhaj. I don't know.
His name's probably, Frank Jones. It's probably not even... Calling all campers on CBS. Summer isn't over. It's just the beginning at Camp Buddy Games. We're about to all do a game show here at Barstool Sports for $100,000. At CBS, at Buddy Games, they're doing it for $200,000, where a bunch of guys and probably gals get together, reunite with old friends from high school and their childhood, and then they compete with those people playing childhood games like cornhole. I guess not childhood games like beer pong, but all those fun, boys will be boys type games with a whole bunch of friends reunited. I guess Josh does this with his real friends.
Yes.
His thing, and they brought it to CBS and turned it into an actual game show where they battle it out in an epic competition with giant beer pong, cornhole, mud runs, and the like. The game will push them all to the limits with $200K on the line. Only the best friends will make it to the end. So let the games begin. It's already running now Thursdays on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. I have an Am I the Asshole? I also had something else. I can't remember what it was though. Do the Am I Asshole? Maybe it'll come to my mind. This one made me want to crawl inside of myself and die. The headline has never been more misleading. Am I the asshole for saying hello to my 8th grade crush when I saw her at the grocery store? That sounds so fucking innocuous, right? It's about to get bad when they say I made a throwaway account. If you made a throwaway account for a grocery store encounter, it's not just a grocery store encounter. When I was in 8th grade, we had to do square dancing. That's a weird thing, by the way. Did you do square dancing?
No.
No? Oh, wow. It's actually deeply rooted in racism. It was like a thing that they did back in segregation to, like, somehow it, like, I don't know if it's just like a white people dance or whatever, but if you look up gym class square dancing, it's all rooted in racism. It's
really?
fucked up, yeah. But I never knew that as a kid, but I was like, why the fuck are we doing square dancing? It was like do-si-do, like with your partner, do-si-do.
I definitely never
Fucking
did that.
insanity. It was like we would play mat ball and dodgeball and, you know, guard the pins and fucking run the mile, and then there was
I never ran the mile either. I didn't.
Oh, because you're in that weird school, but still.
But no, I went to public school. In middle school, I went to public school.
You never did the national and
I must have been like sick that day or something. I don't know.
But you did, like, the school did the thing.
I don't know. I don't
every
remember.
year.
I don't remember it.
Did you do like sit-ups?
No.
V sit and reach.
I
So
don't
you didn't
remember
do that.
I don't remember that. No.
It was how many sit-ups can you do in a minute? How far can you stretch? The mile, shuttle run. It was like Suicides kind of. You pick up erasers and drop them.
We had like field day.
No, yeah.
But-
This was like I think it was like a government thing because you could win the presidential or the national fitness award, and it was like if you're the top, you're the presidential. If you're the
Yeah, I don't know which one's a regular ass middle school. I don't know how we would have not done it, but I don't have no memory of it.
Let me just look quickly. Square dancing, gym class, racism. It's one of the weirdest things that, like, the surprisingly racist origins of square dancing. Henry Ford, that's right. Henry Ford was behind it. He was the racist motherfucker. He was the one who, like, enforced it for some reason. Like, he had so 28 of 58 states have declared square dancing their official dance. And this is a coordinated campaign, a danspiracy, if you will, to make square dancing the official dance of the United States in the hopes that doing so would, quote, give square dancing and its related activities more visibility and have a positive effect on recruiting new dancers. And
What?
Henry Ford was scared of jazz. Henry Ford hated jazz. He hated the Charleston. He also hated Jewish people and believed that Jewish people invented jazz. Oh, I thought it would be a black person.
Yeah.
More than anything. As a nefarious part to corrupt the masses and take over the world, a theory that might come to surprise to the black people who did invent it. So he was getting like a 2-for-1. This is his quote. Many people have wondered whence came the waves upon waves of musical slush that invade decent homes and set the young people of this generation imitating the drivel of morons. Popular music is a Jewish monopoly. Jazz is a Jewish creation. The mush, the slush, the sly suggestion, the abandoned sensuousness of sliding notes are of Jewish origin. Henry Ford, not only racist asshole, lunatic.
Could we clip that? Just like, don't mention that it's Ford.
Me saying that?
Just a clip of Kevin just saying
The
that.
sensuousness sliding of notes is a Jewish creation.
Dude, the second time you said mush, I was like, it sounds like
Mush,
something Kevin
the
would say.
slutch. Crazy. But then this is some crazy shit, though. Ford hired black workers and paid them the same as his white workers. But he was very concerned that they, along with his other workers, would be morally corrupted by the evil forces of jazz. Fucking crazy.
It is crazy how that, like, that's insane. But, like, it's also happening right now. Like, it's just not jazz. The music has changed. Where, like, there are people who think X music is corrupting the youth. And, like,
fucking Lil Nas X.
that, like, it's why, like, that'll just never stop. That's crazy.
No, it really
That
is.
people will,
I saw it, like,
people will listen to music young, that older people are like, that's corrupting the youth. And they'll be like, you guys are nuts. And then they'll get older, and they'll say, this music's corrupting the youth. And that will just never change.
Never, ever end. And it's like you can't take a look back and be like, oh, wait, it's just happening again. It's obviously not a real thing.
Like I saw, like, there's a screenshot going around of Fox News saying, like, these are the dangerous words the youth is using now. And it was, like, lists of, like, words you should know your kids say.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, when you were younger, you used words that your parents didn't understand either. That's just, we're just gonna keep doing this forever.
Dude, the latest is Doja Cat is they think is a devil worshiper. like it's a real headline. Is Doja Cat a Satanist? Because she has like some album artwork, I'm sure, and maybe some lyrics that are like, about selling your soul or the demon or the devil or whatever that is, like just poetic fucking shit.
Yeah.
And like some tweet went viral. Some streamer, she sold 55,000 albums in her first week, which is like meh. And they were like, sold your soul for 55,000. That's wild. And it's like, yeah, man, like that's the work of the devil.
I read these. I'm kind of in on it.
What is this?
Wait, what?
It's something like
You think she is a Satanist?
No, I think that no, I don't actually, but like I think that I just saw like a few TikToks and it was very convincing that it was something about I obviously know that this is not real. It was saying like a devil overtook her and like she sold her soul to the devil, but it was like it was something about like losing a bunch of weight really fast and like there was physical stuff that I was like but so
this bitch has an eating disorder and Jackie thinks the devil did it?
No, but fuck.
I also think this says like she leaned into it, so I'm sure her album was titled Hellmouth, and then she renamed it to Scarlet, and then people were like, oh look, like she's trying to change it because she knows they're right. In the official video, Doja is featured alongside the Grim Reaper. She appears in full black body paint, blackout pupils, and horns. Oh, she dressed like the devil. Doja then repeated the look with a few minor adjustments in a new single, album art. She got a tattoo.
It was also like at a birthday party, like last year or something. It was like masquerade themed, and there was some kind. I don't know. There was.
She dressed up in a costume, Jackie.
No. But like she was not the same after. I don't know, and I'll watch the TikToks again and I'll get back to you.
She put up a caption that said, "Y'all so bitch made you probably couldn't make it through an episode of Goosebumps, you fucking pussies." By the way, I watched that new movie Talk to Me.
Oh, dude, that's what I texted. I this before we started recording. I was like, I gotta text Che because last night I texted him. I was like, "Yo, what was that movie you were raving about? Talk to Me." So I watched Talk to Me last night too.
Who was raving about it?
Stephen Che.
Yeah. I heard I think somebody said that. Oh wait, I think this was the clip that. He said that Joe Rogan said it's like the scariest movie of all time or something.
I didn't.
Pump the brakes on that.
It was very good.
It's awesome, and
it's
there's gonna be Talk to Me 10. This is gonna be the way that movie ended.
But it's an A24. A24 doesn't need to do that shit.
There's gonna be more of those. The way that ended.
Yeah.
There's gonna be more of those.
Yeah.
Maybe not 10, but there's gonna be more of those. Like wholly original in my mind. I've never heard of like anything like that. I don't often have to look away from the TV. Like I'm not saying it's one of those like you're gonna puke and run out, but the one scene with like the kid who really gets fucked up.
Yeah.
I like was watching.
The first time he gets fucked up or the second time?
Both really.
But yeah.
The table. I was like, oh wow, that's fucked. Oh, that's fucked. Oh, it's like it's still going. I was like literally like. I was like, tell me when it's done. I don't ever do that kind of shit. That was that bad.
I realized in watching Talk to Me that like in order to get like the gross noise, the squelching is always whatever. But what makes you feel it more is the noise beforehand, where like there was the whooshing, like and like
yes,
and
yes.
That was more like visceral.
Like,
like it is.
If you don't know the movie, it's these kids. What's fun about it is it kind of got back to like it is a little bit like ghost stories around the campfire. Like there is this like completely ridiculous thing of these kids having a taxidermied hand, basically. They said that there's an actual dead hand underneath it, that it's been like covered up and plastered,
ceramic,
and it's held like as it's like this, and you can grip it, and if you grip it and say the phrase "come into me" or something like that,
talk to me first, and then I'll let you in.
Right. Talk to me and let me in. That you get taken over by an evil spirit, and like they have a rule: you can only do it for 90 seconds, and like. Shit goes wrong, but it's very cool. It's very fun. It's like, it's for sure like the new horror thing. I think it's going to be a big deal, but I wouldn't say, like for scariest movie of all time. There was actually parts that I kind of almost like laughed at and like.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was like scary. I guess like I don't really, that stuff doesn't scare me. Like Supernatural doesn't really scare me so much.
Yeah.
But good, like it's Hereditary.
It's a good story.
It's like that and Hereditary, like two of the best horror movies I've seen. I wasn't like, it's a really great movie.
Yeah, totally. Okay, back to this.
Wait, by the way, one more thing. about since we're doing movies. I don't know if I've said it on this show, but Bottoms is incredibly funny.
What's Bottoms?
It's a movie with the chef. I forget her name from The Bear, like the main chef.
Okay.
And then not the main chef because that's the dude from Shameless, but the other one. And I don't recognize the girl, but she kind of looks like Emmy Rossum. Kind of looks like the girl from Two Broke Girls. But it's hysterical. And I don't want to talk about Barbie, but because something was brought up on this couch when we discussed Barbie, where it was a female-directed, female-written, female-led comedy.
That is the one?
Barbie's the third best of those of the summer.
Between...
1 is Bottoms, 2 is Joyride, 3 is Barbie.
This is 2...
Or I guess I don't know. It's the third funniest of the summer.
2 unpopular queer high school students start a fight club to have sex before graduation. That's fucking great.
It is.
I laughed at the tagline.
It's so goddamn funny.
Fucking fight club. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's directed by Emma Siegelman.
I think she's the star, too.
And from a screenplay she wrote with Rachel Sennett. I'm sure the girl's in it. Okay, back to this Am I the Asshole, which is a true horror story. When I was in 8th grade, we were doing square dancing. I danced with this girl, Vanessa. I don't remember the dance, but we had to hold hands, and I fell head over heels in love with her. She was really out of my league, so I never had the courage to approach her, but I used to have vivid fantasies about dating her, marrying her, and having a life with her. She moved the first year of high school, so I thought I'd never see her again. I saw her at Safeway yesterday. She looked exactly the same, and I had to say hello. I asked her if she was Vanessa. She said yes. I said she probably doesn't remember me, but we went to middle school together. And she said that she remembered dancing with me in PE. I was so stoked, I went into telling her how much I was in love with her, but too afraid to approach her, and she always seemed so sweet, and she was still so beautiful. That's all right.
So far, a little weird. Like, I wouldn't do it, but I don't think you're out of bounds.
I said that my silly schoolboy had dreams of marrying her and having kids, and I even had the names picked out. I asked what she was doing now, and she's getting her master's in architecture, but it turns out the office she works out of is right down the street from my work. She said she had to go, and I asked for her number, and she gave it to me and said maybe we could catch up with a group of friends sometimes. I was so stoked and said goodbye. About 10 minutes later, I thought of the name I wanted to name our kids because it was based on a book we were reading in ELA, so I FaceTimed her to tell her. Jackie goes, oh, God. She didn't answer, and I got this text. Hi, I'm sorry, but this whole encounter was really intense for me. I wish you well, but please don't contact me again. My cousin said the text was as blunt as it could have been without using swear words. She said I was fine to say hello. I was weird when I told her about my daydreams, and I was a certified asshole when I tried to FaceTime her 10 minutes later, and she doesn't even have the words for what I'd be if I stopped by her office. I'd like to get a second opinion. Oh, he wants to stop by the office?
I think this guy is hideous. and has no charisma.
This
because there's a way. Everything he did, there's a way to do it. Like there are people who can get away with that.
Oh, you think you can get away with saying, "Here are the names I picked out for us"?
I think
that moment,
in the way, like
maybe down the road.
It all depends on how the interaction was going.
Yeah.
Like they're.
I mean, that interaction has to be, she says to you, oh my God, I was so obsessed with you too, I want to fuck you.
If you're just like laughing, like, oh, that was crazy, like, I know, like, it was such a weird, if you're laughing about, like,
if
what
you were like
in
I was
5th
such a
grade.
Fucking loser, I used to pick out our names.
I
could see that.
Like, there's a way you can play it off as, like,
yeah.
If you, it depends on how she's acting and how you're acting, and then there's a world that works.
Yes.
It sounds like this guy's awkward and ugly. And therefore,
and you know what?
It's not a reality you'll ever know about.
That is really the question. Is how good looking is he? Yeah. It's the famous Tom Brady SNL skit. It's just the way of the world. Good looking people can get away with it. If a fucking super hot guy is like, oh man, I loved you, babe. Like, I even thought about having kids with you. Like, she'd be like, oh wow, let's do it right now. Come inside me. But I mean, the FaceTime.
Like, I mean, FaceTime's great.
And then
like,
still, I can understand, truly, I mean this. I can understand Jeffrey Dahmer more than this guy.
Really?
I can understand people who have, like, I'm not saying I condone that over this. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
I can understand people who have like compulsions of like, I don't know, he has like a power complex and like needs to be in control or what, like I can get those things. Even like pedophilia is like, I get these, I can see where your brain goes that way. I cannot see where if a person is somewhat regular otherwise, that they would think any of this is okay.
I
To
don't
do like one
know.
after another, after another, after another.
It is, yeah, that's true.
Like,
The bang,
saying
bang,
hi, fine. Even saying like, oh my God, I used to have a crush on you. I would do that. I used to like daydream about marrying you and even have kids with you. It's like, whoa, dude. And then be like, oh, and by the way, like I used to name our kids. And then 10 minutes later, FaceTime to try to tell her the name, and then still be thinking I've got to physically stop by her office to tell her that. I can't get that.
Yeah.
I do not get
I can
that.
picture some people in this office doing that. Which is a problem. Like,
Yes,
if you can picture a Barstool Sports employee doing it, don't do it.
That is just bonkers crazy.
It is. It's nuts, but it's also like there is.
I guess people just get like so overwhelmed and like so. Like,
It
this is
just
my
works
shot.
with how you. But like, I can see it actually being like good game. Like
Jackie. What do you
I
think?
can envision it.
No,
If you're both laughing about what dorks you were,
Yeah,
and you're like,
Yeah.
wait, what
Again,
else you
it's-
were?
I mean, again,
So-
it has to be. He's like has to be like super good looking.
yeah,
And you have to be
So
on the same
important
energy.
to be
But
good looking.
even that, I still feel like
it's so important that he's good looking.
Yeah. It really, really is. You've got to be like the man.
I used to you're holding a cabinet in your hand. Like I was such a loser. Like I would spend like nights and you're laughing about it. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I would like be up like writing in our notebook. Like I mean
yeah,
like
but
everyone
so
did that.
That's
like,
also like I would if you were like I used to play MASH and like write down our names of our kids. Not like I used to think of our babies' names.
yeah.
Like there is a way. There is a way. I get it.
It
I
is
get
how the back and forth's going and how the energy is in the room.
Yeah.
But they're look, it's like fucking Doctor Strange. Like I've done this 1,400 times. Like it works 3.
Right.
But like
14
it works
million computations.
There are computations where it works.
This was not it though. I mean, obviously, and all the comments are just like you're the fun. I wouldn't say you're the asshole. Oh, that's actually a better discussion. Like, I think this is asshole behavior in the sense of like, this is another dude rolling up on a chick, making her uncomfortable, and for that you are an asshole. But it's like it was like rooted. It's not like you're, like I want to fuck this chick. It's like I'm so in love with this girl, and like I just, you know what I mean. It's more like you are a socially uncalibrated asshole,
Right.
but you're not being like mean to this person.
If you're pushy and like this bitch won't even talk, yes,
Right.
then you're an asshole.
Right.
If you're just an extremely awkward person, I don't think you're an asshole. You're weird, but you're.
I mean, you could say like this is like stalker behavior, I guess, but
I think we throw around stalker a little too much.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Like
I think,
this is just like overly zealous and aggressive behavior. I mean, listen, you start showing up at our office and shit, like you probably are going down the road of literally what stalking is, but. And, again, for that, girls can be like, that's asshole. But this is more just like, you're a fucking weirdo.
Dude, speaking of stalker, I tweeted this on Friday, I think. I stalked myself on Friday. Like, I
Search your name and stuff?
no, fuck, no. Like, I knew my cleaning people were coming. So they sent me a text and they were like,
Oh, I saw.
hey, we're almost there. And I was like, I wasn't even home yet. So I like hurried home to change and get out of there before they got there. And I went to the gym. And I was at the gym for like an hour and a half. I even went to sauna after to kill a little more time. And then walked back to my apartment. And I don't have blinds or anything, so you can just see in. And I was like, oh, they're still in there.
Adults or kids?
I didn't see any
Mix and
kids.
match.
I didn't see any kids this time.
Okay.
But the wife was in the car. So maybe it was just them and he handled
weird
it
that they
solo.
just like sit.
Yeah.
There's always someone just sitting in the car.
But I was just in my gym clothes. I don't bring my wallet to the gym or anything because I just bring my keys and my phone. And so I got back and they were still there. And I was like, well, I don't have anything to do. I'm sweaty. I don't have a wallet. I have nowhere to go. I have nothing to do. So I talked to Nate for a little bit. I talked to my mom for a little bit. I talked to my dad for a little bit. And the whole time, just like, if that pirate thing is my apartment, I'm just standing on the sidewalk across the street. Like, leaning on a wall and shit like that. But just
But
like
it looked like you were just
standing there.
stalking.
Full hour. And I was like, this is insane. For an hour, I've just been like, I'm not even trying to hide it. Like,
Yeah.
And no one's concerned that I'm standing here. But there's a food truck right there. They're like, people do. Like,
This is why I think you can get away with shit.
I'm just standing across the street, looking in the window of an apartment for an hour.
Yep.
Basically, just standing there. Like I at one point I went to a bodega and grabbed some tins, but the 99% of the time I was just standing, staring. No one said anything. I was like, that's a little uncomfortable.
Well, I'll tell you what makes me uncomfortable is that someone's probably actually done that to you in real life. Fucking A.
You said one more thing that reminded me of something. You mentioned Tom Brady. Did you see that Brady video?
No.
Bro, he is just the best. I tweeted it. I said, me getting ready for Barstool Survivor. Because he did some speech or, as part of some panel or whatever this weekend. And I think he was asked about how to, what is his preparation or whatever. And he is so, I want you to just watch this.
I don't really want to.
I think you're going to be like,
is this for the Patriots? Or for, him?
This is just him.
Okay.
This is
That I can stomach. Yeah, it's dope. The dopest part of that is when he goes, I know I was going to kill him physically. That was fucking already done that I will physically beat you in this sports game. By the way, that game sucked.
Disrespect me at all? He would switch in that. He was
see it in the moment, yeah. Crazy.
But sorry, what were you saying?
That game sucked.
That game
Patriots stink.
I disagree with that. I think the Patriots are. I think the Patriots
stink.
They were in a blowout and then they took their foot off the gas. I think what Mac Jones for 2 for 2.
That game was a blowout?
It was a game was over. The game was over early, and then they took.
I mean, Zach Wilson's not the worst quarterback in the history of football. The Jets probably win that game.
I don't know. I think the first half was it should have ended. What they missed 2 field goals.
Nobody reached the red zone until 6 minutes in the fourth quarter.
But they also had 2. You're right. Mac Jones looked really good.
Bro, you're playing on my level, brother. You're down in the dumps with me.
I don't think so.
You're not making it into the red zone.
I think the Patriots are a pretty good team. I think the Patriots are a pretty good team.
You guys are all crazy.
I think Dan had them on his power rankings as sneaky frisky. I think the Patriots are a full frisky team. I think they're a sick defense. I think Mac Jones is putting it together. I think the Pats are full frisky.
What makes you think Mac Jones is putting it together?
Every game so far, he's had either one bad ball. This game he didn't have bad ball, but a lot of the time, Mac Jones looked good the first half. The second half, things kind of fell apart.
Didn't make it into the red zone.
Yeah, but he had 3 50-yard passes, 3 40-yard passes, something like that. It is. I think against a great Jets defense in dog shit weather, he had 200-yard passing and a touchdown. Nothing ideal, but I don't think it was a terrible game.
Do you think they're better than the Dolphins?
No, I think the Dolphins. The only game I've watched the Dolphins this year were the first Patriots, where they was a 1-score game.
Dude, 70 is nuts.
70's nuts.
Dude, they had 35 at the half, and I was like, man, they could put up 70, but that never happens. You end up putting up 49, whatever. You slow down. 70.
So who they play?
The Broncos.
Broncos suck, but last week,
70.
Last week the Patriots had the ball with the chance to beat them.
Yeah, well, they didn't. Voicemails? Summer has come and gone. It's officially fall. That means it's officially football season. It's officially brunch season. It's officially.
I feel like this is drinking weekends now.
Me too.
I don't know. Maybe it's a shift in life, but I think come the fall is when it's.
Well, you know what it is, man. I know people like the summer to drink, but I'm drunk outside in the summer. I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm getting sunburned. Give me a crisp fall day and a bubbly, fresh, cold pirate water. Fuck yeah, dude. Even give me a rainy day. When I saw it was raining the other day and 60, I was like, I'm going to put on a hoodie and pop open a pirate water right now. I don't care that they're named Bahama Mama and Sex on the Beach, Miami Vice, Margarita. Yeah, these are all.
State of mind.
It is. It really is. And the state of mind of pirate water is let's get fucked up. It's 10% alcohol by volume, so all you need is a couple of them. They're 16-ounce cans. They're only $2. You put up $5, $6, $7, $8, you're going to get the job done. So go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you, or you can order it on GoPuff. Also, follow and tag Pirate Water for your chance to be reposted. We are sending out Pirate Water and Pirate Water merch to anybody who calls in with the best voicemail. Also, anybody who provides the best Pirate Water story or picture. and tags and follows Pirate Water. So go on Instagram and follow at Pirate Water today.
KFC fights Jackie, the gang. I'm here to talk about a living situation I'm dealing with. So I rent. I'm down in Charleston, South Carolina, in a townhome. Me and my girlfriend and our dog. We're annual renters, right? So we have until October 1st to tell them if we're going to renew for the full year. By October 31st, after that, we are month to month with a 30% increase. We have a new apartment ready to go for us January 1st, but we can't move in before that. So for these 2 months, these 60 days, would you rather pay close to $2,700 a month total? I think I already know the answer. $2,700 a month total, or move in with your parents who live very close by, but you have to put your shit in storage. But you could also offload a bunch of shit. So there's a lot of pros and cons here for us. Offload a bunch of shit in storage.
I'm a huge fan of living with my parents, bro. Like, I think there was a generation that was like, you were a loser. And then I think that, like, my generation...
And then the older generation refused to die, so none of us can get houses. So everyone...
Yeah, like it became, like, a necessity for a lot of people. But even, like anytime...
Why doesn't this generation have houses? Because you bought it for $4,000 and won't die.
and you've kept it for 75 years.
You're supposed to die.
You really don't... Like when people say, like... You don't think about unintended consequences, like the people being like, "We're gonna live to 150." It's like, are we gonna keep building houses then? What are we gonna do?
We had a natural fucking process.
Yeah, I bet you people don't think about that. I'm sure that real estate agents never sat around being like, "Okay, well, everyone dies when they're 80, so and it's like, no, now it's 120. Well, then what? And by the way, where's the fucking proof of this? I hear about this all the time. Everyone's still dying at like 70, 80, and 90.
I think 73 is still the average age for a man.
Like I saw a podcast clip the other day of some dude, and I don't know, he's a fitness guy or a tech guy or whatever. He was like, I'm gonna live to 140. I have a lot of money. I take 20 pills a day. I sleep in a cryogenic chamber. I have a perfect diet. I've dedicated my life to this. I'm going to live to 140. So I think about things in terms of like, well, when I'm 100, I'll do this, and when I'm 110, I'll do that. And like just talking about it like it is fact.
Yeah.
I don't think we're there yet. I think you can say, like, I will be healthy into, like, I'll live to, like, 100. I'll be, like, functioning in my 80s. I can't say you're going to live to 140 right now. You'd be an insane outlier. So why am I going to listen to anything you have to say when you talk to me like a crazy person?
It was you were a little off on the pills he takes. It's 111 pills a day.
You know what I'm talking about. Who is it?
And I don't. Yeah, I mean.
By the way, 111 pills sounds like you're gonna die soon.
So many pills a day. I was thinking of it's not timely anymore. But by the time I saw it, it was 2 days after. But I thought a funny sketch would be someone who spends. I think the guy spends $2 million a year.
Yes.
So
yes.
Who spends $2 million a year just trying to die? He takes 111 pills a day. But it's like Xanax and Molly.
It's not working.
But he sleeps with a jetpack on his penis.
Okay, yes, you're the one who made me see it. What the fuck does that mean?
I was like, one of us don't know what a jetpack is.
I'm so happy you brought this up because I wanted to.
Yeah,
like it's like a Princess Bride. I do not think you know that word that you're trying to use.
Yeah, like I even googled. I was like, "What's a jetpack?" It's like something you strap to your body and it makes you fly.
The Rocketeer. That's a jetpack.
All right, so I'm right.
It said that it controls the blood flow to his erections.
Yeah, that's a cock ring, bro.
You walk around with one of those chastity
I got one
things
of those too, pal. And I don't expect to be living to fucking 3,000 just because I got a cock ring.
That's great branding. I got a jetpack.
Controls the flow to my erection. Yeah, we got similar issues.
Yeah, that's fucking great. Yeah, I got it from CVS in that fucking box of lube. I know what you're talking about, man. That's ridiculous. A jetpack on my penis. Listen,
and also in that they called it like a tiny jetpack, and I was still like yeah, that's how that word is. It's a smaller jetpack.
I still really truly don't get I'm gonna just Google jetpack penis and see what we get down to. Jetpack penis. CEO trying to reverse aging sleep pills with jetpack to penis. Brian Johnson is his name, biotech CEO. He's a centimillionaire. That's a weird thing to say. $4 million in the last 3 years, 111 pills a day, 8:30 p.m. every night, wakes up at 6 a.m., sleeping less than 8 hours is an act of violence, he says. I have, on average, 2 hours and 12 minutes each night of erection of a certain quality. To be 18, it would be 3 hours and 30 minutes. Nighttime erections, he says, are a biological age marker for your sexual function. Well, I am dead.
See, I was going to say I might be 18.
Well, like, you're sleeping and you get hard?
I wake up bricked up every morning.
Okay, well, that
stands to reason. Every morning.
I get bricked
It's
up.
very frustrating. I wish I could change it.
I get bricked up in the morning. I wake up and get hard.
I
think I'm just perfect. Biological marker for
Makes
your...
taking a piss impossible.
But wait. Yeah, that's annoying. Dude, bro, this guy is wacky. Here's a tweet. Some results from last week's penis tests. Top 10% of 40-year-olds in urine flow, 25 milliliters per second. Age 34 in bladder emptying capacity, got to 0. 34 is age minimum. I'm getting my penis injected Friday, which is an arousing topic. Rejuvenating Johnson's. Penis injection with alprostadol, prolonged erection. Measuring penile artery, LNR, peak flow, blood flow, ejaculation volume, max urination speed, sperm motility, penis plaque check. Penis plaque? That's gross.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
We call it schmegma where I'm from.
Ugh. Bro, this is a very funny thought of this guy trying to pee as fast as he can every day. Like,
bro, I
He's like,
kinda
look,
do that
checking the
too.
clock.
I piss.
Yeah,
I
but-
piss that shit out.
The erection tracker looks like little AirPods with a turquoise strap, like a purse worn by a penis. Concluding that paragraph in the
I
video.
gotta see a picture of this, Brian. Send me a picture.
I know. I want to see a whole video of it, dude. But this sounds like he's doing stuff to make his dick hard, and then being like, "Look, my dick's hard. I'm young."
Yeah.
This is like PEDs. If I'm reading it right,
I
is
imagine
it just
too-
measuring? But if you strap a fucking jetpack on your dick and your dick gets hard, and then you go, "Look how viral I am," it's like, well, no, you have a fucking machine getting your dick hard.
Yeah. It is.
But if it's just like your dick naturally gets hard and that thing is like sensing the
tracking
blood
it.
flow,
The
then
shot, injecting it seems a little weird.
also cheating. Cheating. If you inject your dick and it gets hard, like, no fucking kidding.
I don't know this. If I venture to guess, this guy, or at least people who like him, would be...
Nobody likes this guy.
Would be... Oh, I'm sure. There's
I know,
I'm sure there's a ton of
yeah,
people who are like,
yeah,
this guy's
yeah.
the fucking savior.
Yeah.
I would venture to guess, and I'm just putting this on them, that they're all anti-vaxxers.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
They're like,
No doubt.
I'm not putting that in my body. Anyway, give
Inject
me
my
the B-roll
penis.
of my cock real quick. What are you talking about, dude?
Yo, you know what I'm gonna do? Have you heard of trap talks?
No.
It's a little bit gay because it's for chicks who want to look a certain way, but I'm not worried about the looks. You get Botox in here, and it just like relaxes everything.
Really?
Girls want it for like a slimmer neckline, so I don't want to have like a slim neckline. But if you could tell me I could do an injection and just all of like the tension in my neck and shoulders that I've had for like 25 years would just like be killed.
You should try that.
I mean, that's incredible. I want to just do it all over my body. Just inject me with Botox and let me just lay there. Like,
Turn me into a vegetable real quick.
yeah, for real.
You're gonna turn into that kid from Talk to Me. Just slam it.
How great does that sound if you could just go like, and you're just,
An injectable massage.
yeah,
Pretty
be
nice.
good for you.
Yeah.
Trap Talks. If you are a, what are those called? Spa or whatever, or dermatologist that does Trap Talks, holler at your boy. My shoulders are already dainty to begin with. If I can have ones that don't hurt on top of it, let's do it. All right, next voicemail. I think living with your parents is fine.
I would. The only thing making me hesitant would be like the double move in 2
Yeah, that
months.
sucks.
Like I'd pay like extra rent so I can only move once. But like, so I know this is impossible. But here's how I would, in a perfect world, do this, where it's like I can put all my shit in that apartment, but for some reason I can't be in it yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I will pay the rent. I'll pay the whatever it costs, $2,700 a month. But I'll also go live with my
My
parents.
parents, yeah. I will also say this: if you're moving later in life, and you can somehow do this. I trimmed down all of my earthly belongings into like this like one corner of a room, and I felt great. I have since already accumulated everything once again. It's impossible with kids and shit. But when I moved, I threw out so much shit, even stuff that was like clothes that I could or would wear, but I was like, I've got too much of it. Trimmed down like everything, threw away sneakers, things that I collected, and I just had it all into like one little neat corner, a few boxes, and I felt fucking great.
Dude, every time I've moved in the last decade, every time I moved since I was 25,
if you can reset, like press the reset button, I think it actually really makes a difference.
I moved in a car.
Yeah, smart.
Like,
Yeah, guys are a little bit different because I feel like you just don't acquire as much. But I don't know. I just find my sponsors and shit. I just like accumulate, and then the kids, it's like forget about it.
It's
But,
just, what I take from apartment to apartment is just clothes.
yeah, right.
I
Just
don't
like what
take-
you can wear on your back, and that's fucking it.
I don't
It's a good way to
I
live.
don't bring my furniture. That's why it's easy for me to move in a car. But
Yeah.
the last 3 times I've moved,
You just
I-
leave your furniture,
I
or you sell it or whatever. like,
yeah, I think I just throw it away.
yeah.
I don't
Fuck
move that often, so like, I was like, all right, I got 4 years out of this couch that cost $2,000 or whatever
Right.
it costs.
Do it
like,
again. Yeah, it was
like,
worth it.
Every time I move, it's like I'm not moving. I don't make lateral moves.
Right.
Like I'm
Either
like
major upgrade
yeah,
or major
like, I
change
just
or whatever.
moved to
Yeah,
like okay, I can afford a nicer place now, so
Right.
I'm not gonna take this shit.
for sure. For sure. Next voicemail.
What's up, everybody? Question for you. So I was just minding my own business, as one does, on a website that rhymes with Corn Hub, and there was a video on the main page that intrigued me. I clicked on it, and I was not expecting to see one of my best friends in the video, just doing despicable things to a nice young lady. I didn't know if I should watch or not. I did watch, of course. You gotta watch. Very impressive. But I guess the question would be, would you watch that video? Like, actually, I know we all talk about it, but this happened to me. I was staring directly into my friend's eyes as he did certain things, and what do you do? Viva.
Dude, I getting your friend on the front page of Pornhub.
Yo, that's like, I mean, that's impressive.
Is your friend Johnny Sins?
Yeah, like that. That's Diesel. That's like your friend is probably a porn star. Like you might
I
not
guess
realize
that
it.
stuff nowadays is pretty like.
But even like I think if you're on the front page, you're probably like you have subscribers and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think one-offs are popping up on.
Right.
So
True.
your friend at least has some sort of like anonymous couples porn page.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's just like a That's crazy.
I would not watch that.
I've said it. That's my guarantee. I will watch anybody fuck.
I would watch any celebrity fuck.
I will watch anybody
I would not
except
watch,
for my family members.
Like I've never seen the federal offense videos. I've never
yeah,
seen.
you never sought those out.
If I was presented with it for
If I ever sent you a video and was like, "Yo, check this out," like, and it was me, but it was like some fucking hot chick and some crazy shit happened, would you not watch it?
I would not watch it.
Really? Even if I was like, "I want you to watch it,"
Yeah, I think I'd be like, it's just like I
think I'm just gonna start sending you videos just to fuck with you.
I wouldn't want people to watch me fuck. So I would
Do unto others.
I
The golden
just, like,
rule.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'd be like, just move past it. I also think like
Curiosity killed the cat, man. I'd have to see.
I
I would never go seek it out. But if it's on the front page, John, if you're on the front page, brother, I'm watching.
It is. I'm not like, don't ever watch me. You can do what you want,
Bro, what's better than like watching porn with the boys?
It's
Like you want to laugh with the homies? How fun would be like I made this porn and it went viral and like.
I'd laugh about it. I'd partake in the conversation.
But you gotta know what happened to partake in the conversation.
I don't.
When the
think,
homies are like, "Yo, that part with the leg and the foot and the toe," and you're like, "Yeah, man, yeah, totally," but you don't know, you're gonna feel so left out.
I guess I would. I think I'm just thinking through all my friends. I don't have a desire to see any of you guys fuck.
What about a female friend?
That's different. I don't know,
Depends on
just
how
because I have
she is.
different relationship. Was that?
Depends on how hot she is.
Like I probably not either.
Yeah.
They're like, I would think no.
But also,
But, like-
I mean, okay, what if I became like a porn star? Like if you're on, like we said, on the front page.
Yeah, no.
Okay, like it's okay. To
No,
watch
I'm not
everything.
talking like voyeur videos. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
think I think this is something I've learned in the not looking at anything.
Uh-huh.
Is like I enjoy relationships one-on-one.
Yeah.
I don't need to know the outside factors about like
Sure.
I like the
way
relationship
to
we
be.
have.
It's a great
I
way
don't
to be.
need to know
Yeah.
anything else. That
I'm
doesn't
with that
involve
too.
me. That doesn't. I like other people's opinions don't matter. What you do with it doesn't matter. But like,
Can I
like,
can I confess something? I often feel weird that like I've never done anything with you and my kids, but I'm like I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, and it's not like I'm like actively not doing it, but I'm like John is like one of the most important people ever in my life, and he's just never around my kids. That's weird, but I'm like no, wait, no, fuck, wait.
I remember when Jackie asked, she's like, "You ever met the kids?" I was like, "No, never."
But I think that's okay, right? If it's not, I will set it up tomorrow.
No,
I think it's like I don't think you really not like you don't like you. I don't want to meet those kids, but it's like we don't need to, and it's a whole production to do it. But there was a part of me that's like, fuck, am I like doing it wrong?
I think you're doing it however you want to do it, and that's.
But do you want to do it this way?
I don't know. I'm perfectly comfortable. If you're like, yo, you want to come hang out with the kids? I'd be like, sure, I'll come hang out with the kids.
Yeah, that's
if
what
you
I
don't
mean,
want me to, I'm good either way.
I just feel like if I were to like invite you up to the house and we were just like sitting in the house and my kids were just doing what my kids do, I mean, bro, let me tell you, it sucks. It's not fun.
I've had that before with friends. Like, most of my friends' kids, I've met once or twice. Like, I have kids who like.
I'm also in a weird spot because I have my kids for like I don't have the most time with them. So
when we go away for like weekends, like sometimes I'll bring your kids, but like I don't have any friends who like I've extensively know their children. I guess like I have a godson, but like we FaceTime sometimes, but like he lives in DC.
It's okay. They're not watching. You can say it.
No, it just gets to a point where like, okay, well, what do you want me to talk
That's
about
what
now?
I mean. Like meeting kids is good to like meet the kids.
Yeah.
And it's like now what do we do while you just like bury your face in an iPad for 5 hours?
Dude, like there's definitely been times where I'm playing. I'm like, so I'm just gonna use them to keep playing with the truck.
Right. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to put anybody in that spot, so we're just not gonna do it.
Like I'll do it. I'm like, this is what we're doing.
All right, I'm so happy we're on the same page. So happy because there were times where I'm like, is this like am I offending him? And it's not just
No,
you.
I'm
There's other
certainly
people.
not
Like
offending.
I have other friends who have not met or like barely met my kids. Like probably the majority of my friends. Because I'm just like I also am not. I don't like to go like away for the weekend with my kids to a friend's house and have a shitty weekend of awkwardness where it's like you got to play by their rules and do their things and their bedtime and blah, blah, blah. And so when I do have my kids, I'm like, I just want to hang out with my kids. Fuck you guys.
I actually have fun. I have one group of friends who have 2 kids, and like when we go, we all go. Like all my friends, we go away for a weekend in December, and so now it's been like 3 years where they bring the kids, and that actually is fun because they just bring the kids to the bar and stuff like that.
Like that.
It is.
Yeah,
like
there's definitely times and ways you can do it right, but
and I think every parent is different. I think they're very good where it's like we're still front adults.
Yeah.
We happen to have kids, but we're going to keep doing what we do, too. Like, it's not like it doesn't define, like, they come to the bar. They might go home a little early. Maybe one of them will go home early. 2 years older than me.
No, the kids.
Oh.
Are they babies?
The kids are young. The kids are, like, sub 5.
Okay.
But like it's also like we're going to like Martha's Vineyard, so it's like smaller bars. So like the kids just run around. It very much feels like I talk about when I went to England and went to the Liverpool game outside Anfield, where like the pub was like
it's like family event.
Yeah, they're like the kids have to leave at 8.
Yeah,
and, like, the kids are just running around.
The adults have the true adult time. Well, I want to know. Let me know if you are a parent who has very close people in your life who you have not introduced to your kids. It's probably going to be a single dad thing because I'm sure. Like wives just always make sure that shit happens.
Well, that's actually an interesting thing. That we'll talk more about it. We'll be very quick. But the Taylor Swift, I love that move. Meeting the parents right away.
Just right off the rip.
Right, dude. Every single time I'm like, let's
just do it.
Look, if you don't have a relationship with your parents, then no. But like people you have, like these are the people who are in my life,
right?
And if we're gonna be around each other a lot,
let's do it.
They're gonna be around a lot, so let's just do it.
Right.
Like I remember, like I had an ex-girlfriend 7 years ago, and like I don't even know if we were like officially dating. And this is at the old office, and she was like, "My dad's downstairs. Do you want to come to lunch?" And I was like, "Sure, whatever."
The first time I think I ever really went to get food with Caitlin was with her parents.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. It was like She was like, they're in the city together, and I was gonna go to lunch. You want to come? And I was like, okay.
It's
fucking
like
go.
if like same thing with like meeting friends, where it's like I don't know, like you're gonna meet my friends pretty quick. I'm
Right.
friends with my parents, so why
Let's
like
do this.
why,
Yeah.
and
And
the longer
also,
you wait, the more it becomes a thing. Which
you're
is-
gonna make it a thing, and
like-
now it's an awkward thing. If you just meet the people, it's just like you're meeting people. It's
Right.
not that fucking big of a deal. All right, so let us know, how do you handle your kids? Do you hide them like I had to hide mine? Kickstart a fresh fall routine with HelloFresh. I'm throwing out the copy because this is officially me offering, petitioning, asking, whatever, that they add the Feitelberg Slop bucket to the HelloFresh menu. Because honestly, I'll say this. Their menu is so extensive, I find it to be crippling. I'm like, do I go with like a fall flavor? Do I go with a summer fresh? Do I go with hearty? Do I go with sweet and savory?
Fit and wholesome.
Wholesome, fit and wholesome. If somebody just said, you want slop bucket?
and
And I said, what's that? I go, it's everything put together.
It's everything mixed in, dude.
And it's like you get your protein, you get your carbs, you get your grains, you get your this taste, you get that taste. It's hot, it's sweet. I think I'd be like, it takes, and also, they already make the recipe stuff easy by just putting out like ingredients and instructions. You don't even need that anymore. Just throw them all together. Here's the instructions. Pour it in a bucket. Eat it for 5 days.
it work. I mean, you know what's going in the bucket tonight on top of everything?
What's in there right now?
Right now, it's still a little left over from yesterday, which is some hard-boiled eggs, which those I put in myself. Ground beef and broccoli. Then last night was
Eggs
added.
don't last for that long, do they?
It lasts long enough.
Oh.
And then last night I put in some pasta and some ground pork. I also threw a slice of pizza in there, but that wasn't from HelloFresh. I just
Whole slice?
yeah, it's a small, like it's like a Neapolitana, whatever it's
Yeah.
Neapolitan. How do you pronounce that?
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
Yeah.
It's a Neapolitan style pizza, so they're small. So those
I just
slices-
said that. I have no idea.
I think
It's Neapolitan ice cream. I know that.
yeah, I think it's Neapolitana. I think it has an A on it.
Okay.
By the way, when margarita pizza, that's after Queen Margaret, because the bread with tomato sauce is very popular in Italy, and she's like, I want some cheese on that bitch, and so
Shout out to her.
Queen Margaret. Little fun fact for everybody. But
Fun
but yeah, so that's what's in it right now. Tonight, I'll probably whack it when I get home right now, and then
And
I
start
got
fresh?
new week comes on Monday. Yeah.
Okay. So you begin with like whatever you don't finish tonight, which I highly doubt that there's stuff that John doesn't finish, but they must. 'Cause
Yeah, no, I just
They're
take the
slop.
scrap. It's because it's 2 meals.
Yeah.
So I actually usually I portion myself. I usually have
Oh
one
yeah,
meal.
John controls himself. That's food, yeah. You can throw it in a bucket like John, or you can eat separately when you can choose from 40 different weekly recipes that suits your lifestyle, from veggie to family friendly to fit and wholesome. Like I said, it comes with the pre-portioned ingredients and a recipe card. So all you got to do is follow the instructions. No expertise required. Go to HelloFresh.com/50KFC and use code 50KFC for 50% off your first box. And then going forward the next 2 months, you get 15% off when you go to HelloFresh.com/50KFC and then use code 50KFC to get 50% off plus 15% over the next 2 months. Let's get into our interview with Sam J. And before we get into that, while we're talking about, we're about to sit down with a comedian, enormous shout out to our boy Chrissy D, who moved 11,000 tickets this past weekend, did one night at Radio City, one night at the Garden, the Hulu Theater in the Garden. I don't know if that's ever been done.
Dude, as I mentioned, or I'm about to mention, depending on when this is in the episode, I went to Radio City for the first time, and he did Radio City, then I'm at Hulu Theater. I was inside Radio City. I was like, this is massive.
And it's so cool, too. It's got
Yeah,
like an old
it's
feel
very
to it,
cool.
you know, with the marquee and everything. He went out Friday night. Our boy Mike Cannon opened for him, I think 5,500 at Radio City. And he was like, you know, he's one of the most like self-deprecating guys out there. If you ever listen to him talk about the wolves and the good wolf and the bad wolf and positive energy and all that shit, he really tries to keep it like very even keeled. And he was like, I nailed it, and like I felt like such a connection to the audience, and then I said to him, now you know, I didn't realize he was doing like a home and home. So he sold out Radio City so fast, and I guess they couldn't do 2 nights there, but what he could
Ben
do.
Schwartz was there.
Oh, right. But what they were, like, you know, the theater is open at the Garden, so do that. And so he did one night there, shuttles across town to do the other theater the next night, which is such a cool little wrinkle. And I do believe that's a little bit of like an audition for the Garden, and sold them out, both of them. Crushed it, as he told me. Said like the audience was great. And it just couldn't have happened to a better guy who, like, Chris is just like very honest and open about like, like the struggles that you go through to try to balance your family and balance your industry, balance the internet, balance your mental health. And I think he's just the funniest fucking guy in the world. So could not happen to a better guy. And hopefully this means he'll be on the big stage. And I do think there's an extra something when it's a guy from New York. There's a lot of New York comics because they all come here. But like, Brooklyn boy, born and raised on Radio City, and then at the Garden, the theater, but still to be like at the Garden that night is so fucking nuts. So shout out to him, and hopefully this means bigger and better things. You know what? It sucks. It's almost like the people you become most friends with, like don't do the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got like DeStefano and Kaz and a couple guys who I'm like, I talk to you and I don't, and I'm always like, let's come on the show, and then we just don't do it because it's like the same way I don't get together with my friends.
Yeah, right.
You know, but random strangers will have on. So anyway, big shout out to Chris and Cannon and all those guys who made it happen those 2 nights. And let's get into it with Sam J now.
And then like an hour before we taped, I had to pee, and then I peed, and then it went all up my ass. And I had a wet butt, and I was like, well, clearly I have to talk about this because it's what's immediately on my brain.
It's the only thing I'm thinking about.
I was like, if I don't get it out the way, I'm gonna be feeling like a weirdo.
I don't think there would have been a person alive that would have been mad at you if you canceled. If you walked out and just said, show's over, I got piss in my butt.
I gotta pee in my butt. I don't know how they.
One of the very few people in the world that peed your butt.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, this special. I'm gonna wear Spanx. I'm gonna have my fat contained. I'm gonna be sexy.
Didn't work.
No.
Man.
I pee my pants pretty regularly, so I get where you're coming
Wow,
from.
that's cool.
It's not like a. Look, I want to be clear with the people here. It's not like I'm not peeing in my pants. It's I pee, and then some gets in my
He
pants.
puts it back
Why
in
you putting
before
it
he's
back so
done.
fast?
It's crazy. I mean,
I honestly know why.
That's childish.
It is. It's because in my formative years, there was a Good Charlotte song that was "Shake it once, that's fine. Shake it twice, that's okay. Shake it 3 times, you're playing with yourself." And
that's the way to shit.
And that got in my head, and I was like,
So now
"You don't
just
get this."
piss on
I was
yourself.
like, "You can't be fucking jerking off in public all the time, dude. You got to put that thing away." And now I shake twice. And
my
you put it-
God,
and
your
it's not
parents
ready.
have failed you.
You gotta make sure that it's drained out.
Yeah,
Yes.
look, I should
Bro.
have learned my lesson 10,000 times by now, Sam, and I don't. But what I mean, I say all that to say,
So then, what are you doing? Like when you hook up with a chick and you got pissy pants?
I don't do too much hooking up.
All right.
As a guy who regularly pisses his pants.
Girls see me and they're like, "That dude probably got pissed in his pants."
Wait, is Jackie back there or Pat? Jackie's back there? Jackie, you thought that we wipe our dicks, right?
Yeah, I thought that.
I mean, you probably should.
Should, right?
Probably
She said, like, I thought you took a little paper towel and just dabbed it. And I was like, that's so stupid. You know what? Why would we
I have
not
a
wipe it?
theory that everybody's peeing incorrectly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I think dudes were taught to pee wrong, like not like just shake it and don't wipe it. I don't think that's cool.
Me neither,
Because there's probably still a little pee on the tip,
Yeah.
even then you just
It's
get a
gotta
little pee in there. That's
Right.
kind of weird. I think that women can pee standing up if they just took more initiative. You know.
What do you think you need, like a urinal made for women sort of thing?
No, you can. I pee standing up all the time. You can just do it.
No
The
fucking
prob-
way. In a
yeah,
toilet?
Yeah.
And it
The-
goes where you want it to go?
Yeah, you gotta aim. See, the problem is that women we're taught to be afraid of our own pussy, so we don't touch it and get in there and move stuff around, see what's up. So a lot of times, like like I talked about in my first special, like you bitches are peeing down their leg and shit because they're just plopping down, which is the laziest way. You just like plop down and just let whatever happen. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Just open the faucet and just
Yeah,
go.
It's nuts. It's like, what are you doing? You're an adult. You know? So if you just spread it a little bit, aim it a little bit, that bitch will go straight. It'll go very
Is that
straight.
true? So
Absolutely.
you'll stand over a toilet, just spread and pee right in the toilet. And,
That
and it
makes-
doesn't get on anything.
All the sense
No,
in the
you
world.
just, but you gotta.
That's
you gotta.
fucking amazing.
I had to learn.
I'll be honest, I don't think it makes sense. It's just blowing my mind.
I had to learn not to like let go too early, right? I had
Okay.
to learn kind of like what you say. I gotta let it drain. Like
Yeah.
I had to learn some shit. It was a little bit of a trial and error process, but I got it pretty down.
Is this easier than just sitting?
I think it's way better. Like, even if I'm squatting now, I still aim because it's just less mess and chaos.
It's
know?
more fun too. Get
I
all
feel
the,
more
get the
in
poop
charge.
particles off. You play a little game
I feel
on it.
way more in charge. Like,
and no,
You do feel it
no piss gets on your hands.
of course, piss gets on your hands.
I'm rubbing my pussy while I pee. Of course it gets piss on your hands.
That's what I'm saying. Like, girls can't be afraid to get a little piss on your hands. That's why you go wash your hands afterwards.
Bro, you are the best.
It's like you can't be all dainty about it and just like,
You ask me stupid questions. Well, of course I piss everywhere.
you know, little pee gets on there, but it's not enough to fucking turn you off.
All right, big thanks for watching. If you made it through this whole episode, that means you should be subscribed. There's so many of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so make sure you are a KFC Radio subscriber. Make sure you get all the content when it drops. Click that button now.
I have 9 fingers. I'm still subscribed. It's that easy.